There's a couple things, and that's such a good question because on the one hand, I firmly believe that everything works if you do it. However, one of the challenges that we'll run into is we'll do too many things at one time. And so we kind of divide our attention. So we're not like fully doing any of the things, we're just kind of dabbling with them. And so that will limit their effectiveness. And sometimes we'll get kind of up in our heads about stuff. So even though we're focusing on just the one thing, we're kind of doing it from the belief that it's not going to work. And so we're kind of sneakily undercutting ourselves when we're doing it. So those are kind of like the first two pieces of it. But the third piece is that even though everything works, not everything is a right fit for the person who's doing it or for the situation and what you're trying to accomplish. And so what I really work through with my clients is what's the way that feels the most fun and authentically you to do this? What do you actually want and why is that important to you? And when we can get those two pieces, like what's really the thing that you want and why, and like what would be a fun way to do that, then we can create a strategy that's not overwhelming, that feels really authentic to them and it's matched to who they are and what they want. And then we just work on getting better at it, right? Then we get all of the crap out of the way that's going to make it not work and we just start focusing on working on our mastery of it so we can really dig in and really go deep with it. And when we've done that, if they find that like it's not fun, they're dreading it, it's doing something but it's not the thing I wanted, then we have data that we can use to kind of tweak because we've gotten really clear on why we're doing this in the first place and then we can find the stuff that's going to best support it. So that's usually how I pick it apart. And then we'll look at, people's personal preferences and what kind of resources they have. Someone who's maybe starting very early in a business or in a project might be the only person there versus someone who's a little bit farther down the road in their development or their experience with this might have a team. So we kind of tweak it to where they're at and what's available and really come up with something that's customized for them. So it doesn't necessarily look like how other people do it, but it's the perfect fit for what they want.